look old. I haven't done this in a long time. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna get back on it. I'm using an iPad. If you look at my very first videos in 2008, I was using an old digital camera that was like, you know, megapixels. That was the thing. You had to have fucking megapixels. You had to have 1,000 megapixels. It was like 80 megapixel camera. And 2008 was my first Orky videos. And that, it's been a long fucking time. 2008. Think about that now. It seems like yesterday. And gotta be honest, it's been a rough week. It's been a rough year. I think we can all agree on that. 2020 sucks. It's good in some ways, good in some ways, but it's been weird. It's just been a weird year. Since the very beginning, I've been freaking out about coronavirus for, since January, I guess. When I first heard the first news stories, I was like, I told my wife, babe, this is real. There's gonna be a pandemic. I was right, I guess. Where I live, I don't know anybody that's had it. But I know everybody needs a fucking haircut. Look at this quarantine mullet. I've just been in this wooden box for months. I'm going crazy. But it's time to stop going crazy. It's time to stop wasting a lot of time with the hobby type things. I want to get something out. A week ago tomorrow, my brother died of a massive heart attack. And my heart's just in pieces. My life is never going to be the same. He was my best friend. I was brought home from the hospital with a automatic buddy, you know, companion. We grew up together. We're not even 2 years apart. He was 38, and he would have turned 39 on the 7th, and he passed away on the 6th, on my wife's birthday. We found out late in the evening that he was being rushed to the hospital and he was unresponsive, and we found out about an hour later that he died. They worked on him for an hour, but they never even got a pulse. And it was really shocking. Nobody was expecting ever anything like this. He never complained about chest pain. He never talked about any health problems. He was a big boy, and he's lived a stressful life, a lot more stressful than my life has been, you know, especially our adult lives. Our childhoods were about the same, and then as adults, we experienced very different circumstances, and I think his circumstances led to a lot of his problems that he might have passed away from. But he was definitely a big boy, a big personality, big soul, and you know, it's just one of those things. You gotta keep yourself healthy, man. And I'll never be the same. But I'm not gonna, you know, I'm gonna break down and cry a lot. I mean, for the rest of my life, it's just gonna be a thing that you know, I'll never get over this. And but he wouldn't want me to just kind of give up and despair, and I don't plan to. I have a wife, I have a son. Back when I was making videos, he was just born, and now he's 6. He's 6 years old. Well, he's going to be 6 in June. But he's 5, and he's awesome. And we also have a 9-month-old baby daughter who also looks just like me, and she looks like a brother. And I got a lot to live for. My mom and dad are still here, and they're doing good. They're in pieces too, and it'll be a long time before they're back to normal, if ever. But they're still here, and they've got us, you know, kids, and we'll get through it. Things won't always stay this hard, but what my brother David would have wanted me to do was something he told me all the time I needed to do, is get back to making videos. And I want to do that. I want to make some videos again. about my orcs, because I never gave up the orcs. I've still got everything that I've ever worked on for the orcs, and it's all painted terribly. Most of it's been soaking in LA's Awesome. For stripping miniatures, that is the best in my opinion. I'm going to strip it all down. I'm going to build, convert it, paint it, and hopefully keep showing it off and keep my mind on things. Since my last updates, sculpting miniatures took over everything. I don't buy miniatures. I make them. I make the stuff that I want. I'm semi-professional, I guess. I have published some miniatures with the Northumbrian Tin Soldier Company. I did their Goblin tins that you can go onto their website and order them. They're pretty cool. It's a set of 28 old school style, kind of old hammer style goblins with mixed weapons and magic users and characters all in one box. And I'm really proud of them, and I may do some more work for them one day, but for right now I'm just kind of focusing on maybe potentially making my own third-party outfit to produce some bits for orcs, the orc kits, you know, make boxes, or make the make a kit for the boxes, make an add-on kit for the boxes that you buy to throw out some of their bits and add in some of my bits. I don't know. There's a lot to think about, but I just wanted to get this out there, let everyone know I'm not dead, very much alive, very much motivated through my sadness, but I just want to show everything off. One of the things my brother was always yelling at me about is put my shit out there. I don't show off anything. I show, you know, my family stuff, but I need to be sharing the stuff that I've made over the last few years. I have literally thousands of miniatures that I've started sculpting from scratch, bare wire on a cork or a bottle cap. I've done sci-fi, I've done 15mm stuff, I've done fantasy, I've done 15mm fantasy stuff, bunch of failed projects, and some that I just, you know, it takes a long time. Sculpting miniatures, the way I do it, it's a long process, and sometimes you just kind of lose motivation when you're, you know, living real life. But stuck in lockdown, we've all got a lot more time and energy we can put into these kind of things. That's what I want to do. I want to keep using, this is my wife's iPad. I want to use this to make some content to show. What do you think? Get some of this kind of weird energy worked out. Creative, expressive. I'm gonna express some of this fucking shit. Anger. It's a lot of things, and I think this is a good place to start. Gotta start somewhere. So I'm gonna amuse myself. I'm gonna amuse the people that have been watching me for over a decade. Some of you people are gonna probably comment and say nice things about, I remember you from way back in the day, back in the old timey days, back on the YouTubies. I've still got my old computer. Still got a bunch of stuff on my desk. I got my own mech shack. I don't live in this wooden box, but I wish I did. I wish I could live out here sometimes. But I'm just in a spooky old cabin in the woods. I'm at 4,000 feet up in the mountains of Southern California, far away from any goddamn coronavirus monsters. So I'm safe and sound, living in it. I'm not crazy, I'm not drunk, I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I just have tons of things I could be showing and sharing and getting feedback and positive energies from someone else other than my loving sweetheart of a wife. I can turn to you fucks and say, look at this. What do you think of this? You fucking like it? And you can go, yeah, man. Fuck yeah. Oh, wow, dude. Orcs. Sorry. This is gonna be fun, dude. Do you guys know who I remind myself of Runehammer. That guy Runehammer? Dude, he loses it on it. He makes videos losing it. But it looks like he's having fun. And I feel like having some fun and showing off how I do things. Like sculpt figurines in miniature scale. My brother would want me to. And if he has access to YouTube in the afterlife, he's gonna be watching these videos and clicking that like button. I don't care about like buttons. This is anyway, I have nothing else to say, but I have a lot to show in the future. I'll be making plans, filming content, not, you know, I don't want to call it content. I'm just going to be filming things that I make, that I like, that I think you would like to see. I don't want to get anything out of it. It's just me expressing, expelling, and putting myself out there for myself, really. It's very much for myself. But I love everybody that comments. I love the orc community's badass now. When I made my first orc video, there was like 4 dudes making videos, and they had 4 subscribers. There's just 4 of us talking about orky stuff, and now it's grown to this huge, awesome thing. And that's what's kind of, you know, that's what grabbed my attention, was the Skarnir and his homies. 6+ Stevo and Dreadwall. Those guys are really fun to watch, and it reminds me of the old days. It reminds me of 2008, when the coolest things were. I think the newest kit in 2008 for orcs was like maybe the Luda's kit. I don't know. So much has come out since then. So much cool stuff is done. There's communities grown to a huge thing, and I'm gonna jump back in it. So that's it. If you see my videos, click on them. If not, I don't fucking care.